Hi everyone. How are you doing out there? How are you doing with all of these changes and the shifting reality of our lives on a daily basis and not knowing what it's going to be like and wondering when we can travel and having also really deep appreciation and compassion for those who are struggling and those who are taking care of things on that front line for so long, right? Really holding that together. And as that's being held together, a lot of us are feeling the breaking open and the breaking apart of reality as we've known it. And I've noticed with myself and with people that I work with, this container as it's being broken open is like, and as it's being broken open, there's this energetic shift that we're not really sure what to do and how to process it all the time because it doesn't make logical or rational sense. So the idea of this video and what I'm putting out there is if your judger is up or the part of you that wants to go into your patterns of controlling and holding things together as they were is totally understandable, very understandable. And also we want to be aware of it so we don't keep clinging to the old patterns, and some of them can be very destructive and some of them can be very hurtful. To acknowledge them and understand that this is a scary time because there's so much unknown and there's so much changing, and when we're clinging to that, it's not allowing us to shift to the new reality energetically what's happening. So I think it's really important to give ourselves time and space to find ways to release that energetically, whether it's yoga or meditation. I find physical rinsing, writing, letting my I call my crazy voices because they're not crazy, but they can make me feel crazy if I don't give them the space to clear out, right? So the fear voices, the messengers of something is off center. So if we allow ourselves to go off center, which it's very off center right now, and not put a judgment on it and understand that this is part of what's being released, then we can process it, brings it to the light of some of our unconscious fears and some of the holding patterns and some of the samskaras and the ruts of our pattern way of thinking are up for review. Right? And this is, in that way, it's an exciting time. It's not an easy time. It's not an easy time, right? It's just not. And it's bringing up a lot of our rooted belief systems that have been wound into the fabric of who we are from a very young age, from a time when we didn't have maybe an opportunity or we weren't exposed to how to navigate our thoughts and our feelings. And so we constructed a perception of the world that goes through other people's perceptions or goes through other people's opinions and judgments. So therefore we create a sense of who we are based on all of this external stuff. And this can from a long, long time ago. And as we carry this throughout our lives, we can keep reinforcing it, and it can bring up all kinds of different challenges. The beauty and the opportunity of this time is if things have been broken down and the fabric of that reality as it's busted open lets us see maybe more honestly and in a very raw way some of those belief systems that we are carrying with us so that we can shift them, that we can disrupt that pattern, that we're like, I see that pattern and it's coming up even more animated, more amplified now, so that I can pivot and go, ooh, what is this teaching me, right? What is this bringing up? What am I feeling? And how can I self-soothe that feeling here in present time? So we get to heal some of those old wounds and those old patterns that we've been carrying with us, sometimes for years. So yes, does this require patience? Mm-hmm. Does it require us being self-care, but not just in a way that it's in a way of like, oof, what do I need to hold with strength? Sometimes where do I need to hold my little girl, my inner child, or my little boy that feels hurt and scared? So that we don't abandon ourselves and we don't leave and check out when this time is saying, how can you check in? Keep checking in. And what I go to is, we all judge. How can we not? We live in a very judgmental world. So when we find that judgment and it takes us out of our center, to pivot it back and catch it and go, what am I really feeling here? What am I needing and wanting? And how can I discharge that upset so that I can take ownership and love that part of me? Not just the pretty parts, but the icky parts and the scared parts and the parts that we've deemed bad or not lovable. And if I can love that part of myself, then I take my wholeness back and I get to own my power. So as we shift the fabric of this container, the energetics get to meet. So our thoughts, our feelings, and our memories are not time traveling us into a past wound. They are in present time. And it really does take work. It just does. It takes practice. It takes discipline. But it's also the thing that allows us to fully be in our center, right? To know that when we're going off center, to take the judgment off, the understanding in, to rinse the upset, let it out, it's okay, process what I'm feeling, and then take ownership by going, what can I give this, or how can I give this to myself? How can I love and take care of me here and self-soothe and keep coming back? That's the muscle of self-trust. That's the muscle of self-love. That's the muscle of loving the good, bad, and the ugly and all of it, so that I'm not going to take on the judgments and the opinions and the beliefs of everyone around me anymore, because I know who I am and I trust that and I keep checking in. So I hope this helps you, supports you to keep checking in, right? Especially right now as we have some of us more time and space to keep doing those check-ins, to keep coming back to you, right? To keep coming back as we move through this. How do we want to strengthen our container physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, right? So I hope you're all taking good care of yourself in the ways that you need to, and sending you so much love. And thanks for checking in with me. Bye.